What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Manny Pacquiao news. Roach BuBoy secret Pacquiao game plan. Alright, y'all. So I was reading, you know me. I'm a little article troll. Trolling through my articles and looking for some Manny Pacquiao news, and stumbled upon some nice news about BuBoy and Roach and their game plan for Pacquiao. Now, as expected, Pacquiao's always going to be expected to use speed, power, and his all-around athleticism. As well as, there are a few things I think people don't think about when it comes to boxing that can win you a fight before the actual physical activity actually starts. One of those being the psychological war. And I feel like Pacquiao's already won the psychological war, not by something he said or something Adrian Broner did, but because of the problems surrounding Adrian Broner's life. I feel like that could play a huge psychological role on AB during this fight. Just imagine the person who's causing all these problems for AB being front row cheering for Pacquiao. What type of role would that play in AB's psyche? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that him being locked up, ain't no telling what, when you go to jail, man, people are not, when you're famous and you go to jail, you got money and people know your name, they'll try to mentally break you, you know what I'm saying, the whole time you're in there. They might not physically try to touch you, but being locked up and being surrounded by inmates is more, they use psychological warfare against you, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to delve too deep into that because, it's a whole, but that could be a factor in AB and his performance. Other things are, I feel like when you lash out like AB did, now this is something that AB did do. When you lash out, it's like he did at the press conference at Freddie Roach, with the jokes. It shows you're not focused on your abilities. You're using your mouth to write checks that your hands might not be able to cash. So I feel like psychologically, Pacquiao's already won the war. So I would feel like that's a secret weapon that nobody thinks about. Now, that's not what they were talking about, but we're going to get to that. But these are my personal secret weapons for Pacquiao. Another one would be, nobody credits Pacquiao's defense. Nobody credits Pacquiao's defense. Now, the first person I ever heard talk about this was, God, I can't remember his name. And I'm going to try to find it here. But he did the first video about Pacquiao Mayweather. And the fact that Pacquiao won. I'm trying to find it real quick. But he did the first videos about why Pacquiao won, and in one of the videos he was discussing, here it goes. In one of the videos he was discussing about Pacquiao's defense and the fact that nobody, now I can't, Artorias, Artorias boxing. Artorias boxing. But he doesn't post anymore. So anyway, you can go look through his videos. He's got a lot of views. That documentary did got a lot of views. But he was discussing about Pacquiao's defense and how nobody ever talks about Pacquiao's defense. And in the Maypac fight, to me, it was like it was a battle of two defenses where everybody thought it would be Pacquiao's offense versus Floyd's defense. And I think that was Roach's game plan. It was to not be so aggressive and be more defensive and try to counterpunch. And unfortunately, that shoulder injury happened, so his ability to accurately counterpunch was hindered. But his ability to not have Mayweather really hit him and hurt him is something nobody ever talks about when they talk about that Mayweather fight. You know, at no point during that fight was Pacquiao ever hurt. But there were two punches that everybody remembers in that fight that Pacquiao landed on Mayweather. And this is why a lot of people think Pacquiao won that fight, because that fight was a battle of maybe 10 power shots. You know, there might only been like 10 real power shots thrown in that fight. And I would say 6 of them were landed by Pacquiao and 4 of them were landed by Mayweather. And that should have won Pacquiao the fight, to me, because it was such a defensive battle. And this is why boxing is so messed up. And because when you score boxing, everybody has a different way of scoring boxing. This is why they either need some type of automatic punch counter that's going to tally the actual power shots. You know, there shouldn't be a human trying to tally that. There should be a human pushing a button to let a computer tally, but it shouldn't actually be a human still trying to tally up these. It don't work no more. You know, and that's one thing. That's the offensive part of boxing that's messing up boxing. But the defensive part is when you got a fighter like Mayweather who's all defense, and then you put him up against a guy who goes with an all defensive game plan, it makes for a lackluster fight. But how do you score those fights? You know, and you see how they scored it. They scored it for Mayweather when they probably should have scored it for Pacquiao, because yes, it was a defensive battle, but Pacquiao had slightly more offense in the fight than Mayweather had. You know, you got to start breaking it down in those type of terms when you talk about scoring fights like that. You can't score fights like that based off of a boxing war, or based off a technical fight, you know, it's so different. But everybody's just judging, you know, their one little way or whatever. So I feel like that's a secret weapon for Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to say that Adrian Broner is a great fighter, man. You know, let's never take nothing away from Broner. And I don't ever want to be disrespectful toward Broner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a huge Broner fan, but I like his personality, so I don't ever want to be disrespectful toward Broner. I don't feel like he can win this fight. I feel like he should cash out after this fight and just retire. You know, all the personal stuff going on with him, I think it's too much for his career after this point. You know, and it might be, you know, sometimes the people and the powers who be can push you out. You know, and that might be what they're trying to do to AB. They're trying to put him in such a financial strain. Either he has to keep fighting for cheaper, or he has to just completely just retire from boxing so they can put somebody else in his spot. But I think that's what's about to happen to AB, unfortunately. And then, you know, as far as Roach and BuBoy's game plan for Pacquiao, they were saying that, you know, during the Matisse fight, the power punching of Pacquiao is what carried him. But they feel like Adrian Broner has a better chin than Matisse. So, you know, a one-shot victory is not going to happen. So they feel like putting multiple shots together and being very accurate with those shots will be a better set game plan for Adrian Broner to try to walk him down to the 12th round, then try to Matisse his face off. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to go hard for 5 rounds and knock him out in the 7th or 8th, which is what I said a couple of videos ago, that they're going to have to drag it out a little further because AB might be able to take 4 or 5 or 6 of those uppercuts Matisse took. before he's ready to be knocked out. So, like I said, I'm still going for a 9th round knockout. But I'm going late 9th round now. The Roach threw that in there, you know, that they're trying to break it. They're going to try to use combinations to break down his body. I said this a couple videos ago. You want to go back and look at them. I said these exact words, that they're going to have to use combination punching and combination power punching to break AB down later on instead of trying to go in real early. So it's going to be a 1 or 2 fill-out rounds in the beginning before you see Pacquiao go to work. But I see him bringing it this fight, man. I just see him. You go check out my last video. You want to see what he's doing on them mitts, man. I always hit that, you know, we need them likes, baby. We need them likes, baby. We need them likes, baby. If you want to be featured, man, you know, I'm willing to feature anybody who wants to be on the show. We're going to have to figure out some type of way where either you send me the footage and I cut it together, or maybe we can do some type of live Skype call, or maybe we can go. I don't know if Google Hangout still works. I never tried it. But, you know, if you want to do any type of interaction and be featured on the show, I would love to feature anybody, man. And you don't have to have a YouTube channel or anything. You just have your personal opinion. If your personal opinion is good, I'm willing to feature it. You know what I'm saying? If you have any footage, if you're in a boxing city, unfortunately, I'm in Ali land. We are a boxing city, but nobody promotes boxing here anymore. You know, only the low-level fights get any promotion here. And unfortunately, they wouldn't be worth covering on YouTube. But if you're willing to send any boxing footage, man, I'm willing to take it. You just have to send me a digital waiver along with your footage. Signed with your name and something proving who you are and that you're a real person and not some company trying to get me into a copyright strike situation. So if you want to do that, you know, I'm completely fine with that, and we can network and talk about how to put the footage out, and maybe later on in the future, if it goes viral, we'll discuss some type of payment. At the moment, I cannot pay you. If you need any boxing gear, I always hit that description box. Shout out to Phil Mark. He said he picked up one of my t-shirts, man. I really appreciate that, bro. I sent you a message to try to find out which one you got, you know what I'm saying, so I can send you another personal thank you. Once again, Phil Mark, he's the supporter of the week. We're gonna make him the supporter. So I'm next time I do some type of documentary to where I'm not just talking to the camera, I'm gonna completely feature you. So I'll put a picture of you and everything up, so you can send me whatever photo you want me to put in it, and I'll put you in there, man. I appreciate that again. If you need any boxing gear, hit that description box. If you know any homeless people, man, you got any leftovers, man, let these people know you care. If they're just scraps, you know, these people want anything you got. It doesn't have to be money all the time. You know, just give them your leftovers, man, and give them 1 minute of your time. Let these people know you care about them. They are human. If you ain't got nothing else to talk about, just tell them about boxing, man. Cardinal Red, Ali Land.